There are a lot of reasons it's fun to be a YouTuber, especially when you've done it as long as we have. Yes, occasionally we do get to see some things and get our hands on some jets that are early and new releases and stuff, and that's a really fun, cool thing about this. But also, it's nice to just be like a normal person too and fly the things we like to fly. And I haven't flown this jet in a long time. I love flying it. It's one of my favorite scale jets. We've been through a lot already together, but it's been a while, so we're back to fly again together, and that's what we're going to do in today's video. This is very simple. I'm here to have some fun and share this experience with you guys, so let's go.
I love when you always decide to fly gray things against gray skies.
I didn't know that a storm was blowing in, but the nice thing is this has some of the brightest LEDs of any jet I own, and so we'll be able to see it just fine.
Rainbow.
Sometimes I get nervous when I fly this just because it's one of my favorites, you know? You always want it to come back in one piece. Oh yeah! Why do I get nervous? Oh, it's such a good jet. We've got this like calm before the storm. That's what we're dealing with right now. Landing gear up. Ka-chow. Oh! That's a slow process. I'll have to show you guys on the ground that landing gear going up. This jet flies so well and it looks so good, and I'm going to be quiet on this next pass so you can hear how cool it sounds. Snap. Get your chow chow. Pow pow pow. Chicka chow. Zero throttle. Easing into the throttle. We're going to pull a nice roll into our bank. Using a little rudder to keep that nose down to maintain scale appearance. Yeah, the birds are trying to chase me. They're like, what is that, man? That is sweet. And I hear a real jet way up there behind me, so that increased the cool factor like a lot. Can we do this? Rudder, just rudder, just rudder, come on. Nah, I just wanted to let it drop. Okay, we had it the wrong way too. It kept going away, so that was just a failed little maneuver, but it's fun to try new different little things. It's not very often that I fly this inverted, but we'll keep it upside down for a second. Actually, I don't know if I've ever really been brave enough to fly this upside down. Man, it just sounds so cool. Throttle up to do an outside loop. Here we go. Oh, it's got the power. We're going to drop it right down into a Cuban 8 or maybe a loop with a roll at the top. Kind of at a funny angle, but here's our loop. Roll it, and then throttle down. The loop comes out of it. Yeah, that's cool. It wasn't the best angle and approach, but man. Now my F-16 Thunderbirds, I was practicing some Harriers. I don't think I would do that with this one because it's so heavy compared to the Thunderbirds. But here's zero throttle and then punching it. And it can climb out of it, it's just not going to climb as well as the Thunderbirds. We want to definitely maintain some forward movement with this. This is more of a scale bird with those heavy retracts. It's got the shocks on there, and so you just don't want to overdo it. We're in short but beautiful flights on this jet. Safe has been off this entire flight. Roll into the bank. Just looks so good. We'll see if we can get a nice clean loop out here, Abby. Just a nice, perfect little... Nope, landing gear's coming down, and we're going to try for a landing because I feel like I've lost a good bit of power. That's a full throttle
3 minutes.
Through that bank. And it's a 4,000 milliamp battery, so that makes sense.
Oh,
so there's
sorry.
Zero throttle. It's okay.
You didn't
I think we're fine.
That.
I still have power coming in, so as long as I can get it over the runway. There we go. That's fine. That's fine.
Always lands so well.
We got it. It's great. That's fantastic.
Good job.
Pushed my battery a little too far on a 4,000 milliamp battery, but we're back in one piece. It's 3.8 volts per cell, but I'll tell you, this jet just likes to have a full battery. Check out the lights. I love all the lights on this thing. And I promised the retract shot. Let's go. The doors. Ah, So nice. Ready? Here we go. Woo! Now it does come with missiles and ordnances, those kind of things if you want to put those on, but it flies so much better just like this, just with the rails. And yes, we get short flight times on a 4,000 milliamp battery, but I believe this can fly on up to a 6,000 or 7,000 milliamp battery if I'm not mistaken. There's the thunder, Abby. We're gonna have to get out of here. This was just a treat to get out and fly one of my favorite jets. Unfortunately, it wasn't a super long flight with that storm rolling in. We may get another flight in, and if we do, you might see it on the channel later down the road when Abby and I just we're not able to get out and fly. I don't know. We'll see if that happens or not. Either way, I'm glad we got to get out and fly today. It's always, I don't know, it's been a gap since you've flown your things. There's always a risk factor. You know, we try to do a safety ground check before we take off, but you're always holding your breath. Make sure that jet's going to come back in one piece. You never know when it's going to be its last flight. And for that, I'm glad we have AMA. Now, if this were to lawn dart down there in the grass, that's fine. That's one thing. But if it were to hit one of these vehicles up here or the buildings, then I'm going to be very glad we have the Academy of Model Aeronautics. Now, more than ever, there are multiple benefits to having them. And
I think National Aviation Day is this month, too.
Very cool. Okay.
If it is, I'll have that linked in the description box.
You guys have maybe heard some buzzwords going around, and those type of things are not necessarily... AMA has you covered on those, and if you'd like to learn more official positions on those buzzwords, hint, hint, we'll have them linked in the description box below. If you've got questions, they've got people with answers, and you can always call them up if you're a member. So we highly encourage you fly with the Academy of Model Aeronautics. I'm so glad we got to get out and fly today, just for this beautiful day and this small break in the weather, long enough for a flight. I thank God. I also want to say a massive thanks to our Patreon supporters, because we couldn't fly and do the videos as often as we do them without your amazing continued support. You guys are the best. We'll have another awesome EDF jet video popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.